Welcome back to another episode here on the Heart and Hustle podcast. We have Miss Allie in the building. How you doing, ma'am?
Great.
We're just talking about a little bit about golf. That you're an expert at golf, right?
I wouldn't say expert, but I can hold my own.
Okay, good. Hey, as long as you can hold your own, because I can't.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
means you're doing better than me already. Where you at virtually, and what organization are you representing?
Yeah, so I'm with the Brookings County Youth Mentoring program. We are a small nonprofit in Brookings, South Dakota. We utilize like volunteer mentors. We match them up with kids in the community that want to participate, and we
Hmm.
get them out and doing hopefully something new, exciting, maybe expanding some skills, helping them realize kind of some of their potential and that they got it. But yeah, BCYMP for short, but Brookings County Youth Mentoring is where I'm from. Yeah.
And if you go to the website, the first thing I see is an adult and a child kayaking.
Yes.
Is that the
Yeah.
different things you're talking about? Like really
Yes.
being out
Yes.
there in the
So
world?
we partner with a variety of different like local businesses, organizations, companies even to bring experiences either to our kids or to get the kids out into the community doing maybe something they haven't tried before, whether it be kayaking, bowling, golfing, but also like sorting like theater opportunities, getting them maybe just outside of their comfort zone. Maybe they're not quite a social butterfly, and it might just be as simple as going to the coffee shop, ordering their own drink, ordering their own order, or walking downtown, going to one of our local. We have many fun local community free opportunities here that bring people into the same spot, and maybe checking one of those out and kind of getting out of their comfort zone as far as like crowds go. So it's really independent, or it's
Yeah.
really kind of dependent on the kid and who the mentor is as far as like what exactly they'll be doing. But yeah, it's very individualized.
And why do you feel that's so important when you're thinking like I'm a big believer that you got to so many things are in our own backyard. We just don't even know it exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of us may not grow up with mothers or fathers that give us some of these opportunities. Um, why do you think this is so important?
If you think of kind of like who's going to be leading your community in 10 years, 5 years even,
Hmm.
you kind of like look at today's youth and you're going, okay, this is them. These are, you're going to be your future bankers, your future workforce, the people that are going to be making those big decisions. And I want to empower them to kind of have that base knowledge, whatever it might be. I want to make sure that they are given every opportunity to learn communication skills, to learn ways to contribute with the community and give
Hmm.
back to the community. I want people to be volunteering in 10 years and giving their time, which is just I mean, that's a big ask to take
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from family time and to take away from kind of everything that's going on. There's so many different things you can get involved with, and I hope that they will continue to volunteer as kind of generations go on. So I just want to set them up for success the best way I can.
Got it.
So yeah, yeah.
Is this something that you've kind of had your own experience where people kind of mentoring you as well, or is that how you kind of got into this space? Like how does Allie get into a space of passion and purpose and not paychecks?
I would say that I had some good, like I had solid parents. I had solid parent figures. They were also foster parents, and so I also had siblings that were that didn't get to have their own experience with their like biological parent. So maybe that kind of stemmed for me to want to support my community and support the people around me. Um, I had some good coaches, like for youth sports. I think that is one of the major ways that kids have like a mentor or like a person that's kind of checking in on them is youth
Yeah.
sports. And I had some good ones. I wouldn't say like any of them were super great.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think it just comes down to like me also just wanting that to be like an easier thing for other people.
yeah.
Now, I am one person, and our organization is rather small. We serve about 200-ish kids every year. Um, and so like that in the grand scheme of things, it's like it's still not every kid. It's still
Yep.
not like I still know that there's kids in the community that want to mentor. I still know there are kids in the community that want to be involved or maybe are just being missed. And so that's like that keeps me going as well. But yeah, I had some solid people in my life,
Yep.
but I kind of grew up with that generosity focus in life. And so I think that's what kind of pushes me back into the nonprofit world and making sure that it's like I just want to leave my community a little bit better. So yeah.
You mentioned foster kid. You said you're a foster kid or you're adopted kid?
No, so I'm the only biological kid in my family.
Got it.
All my other siblings are either cousins,
Okay.
foster kids that were adopted, or
Got it.
just
Got it.
foster
Got it. Got
kids
it.
that were
Okay.
just they're just my siblings.
Got it. No, hey, that's me. I'm
I
adopted
like
by my.
all the siblings. They're really hard to explain.
No, well, listen, maybe it's the same thing as me. So I'm adopted. I
Yeah.
adopted by my aunt, but I call so they're really my cousins, right? Her kids are
Yes.
really my
Yeah.
cousins, but I call them my brothers and sisters because I
Yes.
grew up with them my whole life. So no, I get it. I
Yes.
get it.
Yes. Yeah. So my oldest brother is like 10 years older than me, and then my youngest brother is 10 years younger than me, and
Got it.
everyone's like, "Your parents."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
You just
Your
don't
parents
get
are
it.
your parents are also good people, which is kind of what rubbed
Yeah.
off on you. It seems,
Yeah.
I didn't get it, I would say, until I became older. I give
Okay.
my mom so much more grace now because I'm like, life was, I would say, different for us.
Yeah.
But realizing that she just loved kids, right? And I think you have this passion for kids as well to make sure that
Right.
because of those experiences that you see, wow, their kids need experience because you don't know what they're going through.
Yep.
It is cool. It is pretty damn cool. I'm getting it now. I'm getting how you get here. So when you're in like leaving high school, what was your actual career that you wanted to do? Was it in the
Oh
nonprofit
God.
space?
No, no. When I was leaving high school, I was thinking that I was going to go into like something medical field,
Okay.
maybe like pre-vet biology. And then I did biology my first like year of college, and it was not, it was not for me. So I switched and pretty quickly switched to a SLP, which is speech language pathologist,
Hmm.
and going that route with a communication disorders degree, which is actually what my degree is in.
Okay.
And I realized it wasn't like when I got to my senior year, mind you, my senior year, my second semester, like I'm 4 months from graduating. I'm like, this ain't quite for me. And so I switched gears. I was like, I think I want to do something different. I don't think I want to go to grad school and be a therapist my whole life. Mind you, though, like I am really appreciative of those people that do that and
Yeah.
want to be like directly with one person all the time, and their day kind of looks very similar in my head. But I was talking to a grad assistant. It was a grad
Uh-huh.
assistant, and he had suggested looking into AmeriCorps. So I looked into AmeriCorps Vista program. And he said, you do a contract for a year. It's just 1 year. You take that gap year between like school, like your undergrad degree and your graduate degree. You graduate still with your undergrad degree as is, and then you just see it. He's like, you should check out the nonprofit field because he's like, it's everything you like. You like doing events. You like organizing things for your different student orgs. You're super involved with people. You want to talk to new people. You want to be engrossed in
Wow.
whatever you're doing. So he suggested that, and that was actually I was like, you know what? Yeah. And so when I told my parents, they were going, what are you doing? They were a little concerned,
Yep.
because here's me like thinking, yeah, I'm going this round, then just like a complete turn of direction and deciding like, nah, I'm going to go into the nonprofit realm. And after that, though, like I got my graduate degree and my master's. So my master's in public administration with emphasis in nonprofit management. And I was sold by my graduate degree, and then
Yeah.
worked for a while with junior achievement,
Okay. Yep.
and then the Chamber of Commerce, and then now here. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you in it. You in it. What is your role today?
Executive director. So I do run BCYMP. Executive director. I've been in this role for about 6 years. Yeah.
Wow. How life
Mhm.
be lifing, right? You just never know. You have one vision and then God says, yeah, right. This is what you're about to do here.
Yes.
Um,
And you just
what do
got
you
to keep
say?
following it. Eventually, it works out the way it's supposed to. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, here we are.
Yeah, not
And
for
it's
sure.
just kind of, it's like one of those things now. It's like, oh, wow. Like we just keep growing. We just keep adding. Like when I started, I think we're closer to like 70 to 100 matches. And now we have right around that. But we're also serving kids on waiting lists. We're serving kids through small group programming. We're connecting with different schools and area counselors and all the things, all the things.
Uh,
It's so good though.
what are some of the challenges you've probably did not know about nonprofit that you quickly learned?
Um, I mean, there's still some like politics involved with it, like things with navigating kind of like a like informal, like, we're in a small town, so we also have that small town politics as well.
Hmm.
There's the fundraising challenges as well. We have our like committed, connected donors, but that's always a challenge. Is when as you grow, that new money has to come in if you want to keep kind of growing and expanding programming options. We see that like we always are in desperate need of folks that just give their time, like
Hmm.
people to give back to the community, back to the kids, back to um the participants. And so we are always in need of volunteer mentors. We have at any given time about 30 to 50 kids on our waiting list. So going into the school year right now, I think we're at 62. So just it's insane. So it's a
Wow. So
lot of
you
kids that actually want to mentor. They have found us. And so we don't
yeah,
actively like, that's the other thing. We don't actively recruit for kids. Like we're not out there saying like, you should join our program. You should.
yeah, yeah.
If we did that, we would double, triple the number of kids that like want to participate with us. And we just don't have the volunteer mentors to make that happen for us to do that. So one day,
Yeah,
that is my goal,
for
that we
sure.
will figure out a way to get these people to say yes to volunteering and to mentoring. And it's not hard. Yeah.
So I guess on the back end, while guys are not looking for the students per se or the youth, are you guys looking for these volunteers? Like, what does that reach look like?
That reach. So thankfully, we are in a community that is connected to, or that like we have a college in town, a university. So South
Okay,
Dakota
okay.
State University is here in Brookings, which is super helpful because that is about 70% of our mentors. So a good portion of our mentors are coming from the university as college students. That being said, though, wonderful, great, love it. However, they are here for about 2 years. Like
Yeah.
they find us maybe their sophomore year, hopefully, like fingers crossed. Very few freshmen have found us, so we're trying to figure out ways to get earlier. But it's about 2 years that we see um, our like mentor retention rate look like for our SDSU students. And so, it's just you turn over a lot quicker. Community members, we just had a community member, her mentee graduated, and so like that one, they were matched for 8, 9 years, and so it was just
Wow.
like it was so it's like if we can figure out how to get more of those community members involved and get them into the area, into the mentoring kind of out realm and whatnot, maybe we'll have to do less recruiting.
And I really want you to kind of explain why it's so important to have a mentor longer period of time versus that 3, 6 month,
Yeah.
year time frame. Why is it so important to kind of have that longevity?
Yeah. So there's research out there. So we follow a lot of the Search Institute's research. It's a Minneapolis-based research institution.
Hmm.
Institution. And so we follow a lot of what they put out. One of them being that if we can hit that 1 year mark, we are going to see mentoring kind of make that lasting life impact. So if you think back to who were important people in your life,
Hmm.
me, I maybe some coaches were good, but it's like maybe because it's like I didn't have a coach that stayed longer than a year. You kind of go
Yeah.
like look, you make those connections. I look back too. It's like okay, that 1 year mark, I had teachers kind of in and out. I didn't really have a solid connection to a teacher that was kind of there for a long period of time. And so that 1 year mark is super important. So when you are talking through mentoring, that 1 year mark is kind of okay. Like that's like the bare minimum. But when you start like moving towards that 2 year mark and even further, you start to see like, oh, it's not really something that is a have to do now. It's more of like,
Yep.
I want to do that. Like, oh, they're part of my life and I'm going to keep connecting with them. So even the student that's graduated, we know that that mentor is still connecting with her just outside of like, unfortunately, we end at K-12. So once they're 12, they graduate from our
Yeah.
program too. So but they are still connecting, and that will be something that it would shock me if for whatever reason they lost touch, because at this point they have been very intertwined in each other's life, both mentor in the mentees, but also mentee in the mentors. And so it's something that just keeps on giving. Yeah.
Yep. So these mentees become mentors at some point.
I mean, I hope so. I hope so. For the
That's
first
the
time.
goal. That is the
Yeah,
goal.
it's a goal. For the first time, this is my win of the week. For the first time, I got to interview a former mentee. She is going to the university, and she potentially is going to be our work study student. So
Okay.
kind of a full circle moment. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like when yeah, just like former
Yay.
mentee, getting to interview, getting to connect with her. And yeah.
That's a big win. No, that's a big win. That, that,
That is
that
a
that's
big
you
win. Yeah,
seeing the
when this
cycle.
aired, because we are offering it to her, it'll just be later this afternoon.
Good. This won't show till next
Awesome,
week.
awesome. So by this time, when everyone's watching it,
We'll just say congratulations now. How about that?
yeah, exactly.
Um,
So
but
it's
no, that's
exciting
pretty
for
cool.
that.
Do you find yourself, you mentioned a small organization, sometimes it's so hard to really be there as it's scaling up. Do you find yourself not only playing an executive director, but also the fundraising, person and maybe the
Oh yeah.
marketing person? Is that what
I
you're
get
doing?
all the hats. I get, all my multiple hats. We do have another full-time staff member who's fabulous. Her name is Michaela, and she runs our volunteer and family communication. She connects with different mentors, potential mentors, that whole onboarding process, and then runs the different volunteers that we get in here that are helping with admin work behind the scenes. And so she does a good portion of that. And thankfully, she is amazing at what she does, like to the point where it's like, okay, here's our check-in day. I know she has it. Like she says it's on her radar. I 100% trust that she is going to get it done and accomplish it beyond my expectations. And so we are thankful that we have that part of the like team. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's
it's a
great.
big one.
And so then that leaves that take some of that stress of the actual programming side of things off of me. And then yes, I get to do the donor
All that
connections,
fun stuff.
the fundraising, the speaking engagements, the different kind of spreading our mission. That being said, though, like, oh, I love it when I get to go do like she'll be like, hey, any chance you can do a match meeting? I'm like, yes, I can, because it's like those are the moments where I'm like, yes, like I get to connect back with like kids, or I get to connect. But we have a mentoring space here, which just allows us to have matches in the space during their match time. And so whenever I hear them over in that space, I will always just pop out and just say,
Yeah.
hi, how's it going? And check in with them and check in kind of with what they've been up to and how the school year is. Are you ready for it? Or depending on where we're at in the year, are we ready for break? Things like that. Because
Do they
not
work?
everyone's break is like enjoyable. Like not
Yeah.
everyone is going to like Christmas break or Thanksgiving break. And so just making sure we're all kind of set up for, a break maybe or whatnot. So yeah, all the things.
During those holidays, those breaks you're talking about, summer breaks, Christmas break, they're still working with their mentors.
Yeah. Yep. 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 So
That's cool.
college students make it a little bit more difficult, which is another just, the difference between your college student mentor plus your community member mentor. Our community member mentors are mostly here all the time, 24/7. Our college students though, typically are in the Brookings area for sure during the school year, sometimes during the summer. And then sometimes the break looks a little bit differently for them depending on what their like family commitments are. And so during that time is when we typically will try and do something here at the mentoring space where we'll have like a programming option available where they can
Yeah.
come in and hang out with us. Or we'll try to do a like Thanksgiving. We have like a Thanksgiving gathering. Their mentor doesn't have to come. They can bring like their family or their siblings, and we literally have Thanksgiving together. So it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so we cater it. It's like a turkey dinner. It's all the things. So it's so fun, tasty. It's great to see everyone. We do board games and things like that. So yeah, it's a good time. And then but yeah, for the most part, community member mentors are here. The SCSU mentors, sometimes they're doing more of a pen pal thing over the summer, or one of them actually was like, I had to call up the mentor and be like, hey, are you actually meeting for this, like this amount of time? Like we have, I forget what it was. It was like 100 and some hours or something. I'm like, what are you guys doing? He's like, well, we ended up playing, it was one of the games like Minecraft or something, and they ended
Oh,
up
yeah,
playing
yeah.
it together, just online gaming throughout the
Got
summer.
it.
So I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, no, we're
Staying
online
up all
gaming,
night
it
playing
doesn't count,
games,
and we're good. But I'm like, no, it counts. You guys, you guys were talking and all the things. And
hanging out.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
bonded.
but it was interesting. So like even when they're apart, a lot of our mentors will try to figure out a way to stay connected if it's like within the family's um capacity as well. Because not
Yeah,
all of the kids have like the video game systems
yeah.
and things like that. So it
I
just looks
mean, these
differently.
mentors are truly meeting them at where they're at, right? Like, if this is where you
Yeah.
want to be at, all right,
Yep.
cool. I got a game
Yep.
console. Let's, it allows them to
It,
just kind of feel more comfortable, for sure.
yeah, we preach that. Like you have to meet these kids where they're at. We have just like a variety of kids and kind of different levels, different personalities, different likes, interests.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really got to meet them where they're at.
I love the Thanksgiving event you mentioned. When I started my nonprofit years ago, we that's how I started actually was my Thanksgiving event. And the only reason I started with a Thanksgiving event was because I remember the times you come back after the holidays and they ask you, what did you do during your Thanksgiving break, right? Or your Christmas break. And a lot of times is some kids they didn't do anything, right? Because
Yep.
maybe they don't have that family, maybe they just couldn't afford something, whatever that may look like. So I wanted to create an experience so these kids can go back and talk about it. Because I remember myself having to just make up stories, right? Like that's the only way I was gonna get this paper done, make up the whole story. And so I did exactly what you did is that we served over 100 people, but we also handed out 100 turkeys. So I worked with someone in the community that was
Oh,
able to
cool.
get the turkeys.
Hmm.
So you come in, it was we had live performances, face painting, speakers, the food, the bounce house, and then they leave with a turkey. And I it was just so cool because at one point it started really small, but then we started reaching like over 100 people every single year, and it's like wow, like how cool, and everyone's walking away with a turkey. I
Yep.
just felt that I ended up walking away from it and going back to the school, kind of to what you said, Ali, is I wanted to be for someone what I wish I had, which was
Hmm.
that consistent mentor.
Yep.
And now I'm stuck because I feel like when you're in the nonprofit space and you're in, it is so hard to get
You're
out.
in it. You're in it. Yeah.
I
You're.
ask myself all the time, what am I
Yep.
still doing here? But then quickly remind myself it's not even about me. Like we are at that age where we're adults now, where life be life for us, but it's the next generation of youth, as you mentioned, the
Yep.
leaders that people think are not going to be the best leaders or that. Well, guess what? We're working on them. We're pouring into them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you want to see happen? You've been doing this now 6 years. You've seen a lot of growth. What is
Yeah.
on that list that you still haven't crossed off that you're working towards?
You know, I haven't put this out into the universe, but maybe it's time. Time.
You got speaking to
Um,
existing, girl.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
speaking to
Yeah,
existing.
is like South Dakota specifically, we need a like mentor South Dakota. We need like a statewide organization. We have mentoring organizations here. Like we have some in Rapid. We have a wonderful kind of like programming that boosts up mentoring in the Sioux Falls area.
Mhm.
We have a teammates program in the Sioux Falls area, and I think they're in Rapid as well. I think they originated in Nebraska though. And then we have some like we are like an independent, small, like just community-based organization. There's a couple of those across the state, but we don't have like that statewide organization that actually like does policy and like advocating at like that legislative level that would
Yeah.
bring funding into like our small organizations or create those bigger like federal grant opportunities for like the um area mentoring already. So that is a kind of outside of the BCYMP realm, but would definitely help. I
Yeah.
don't know that I would want to like fully
I'm about to
How
say, you
does
about to
he know
be
that
that.
one? So if
That
you
is
know of
you.
anyone, if we're putting it in the universe that would do that, yeah, it needs to happen. Like we
Yeah.
need some sort of like entity like that to kind of like just boost up the different nonprofits like that focus or have that even mentoring component. Like so we're sharing those best practices. We like go over to Minnesota, so we do a lot of research out of that Search Institute of in Minneapolis area. We do a lot of looking through like mentor.org and like other mentoring organizations, but we don't have our own. So it's like little
Mm,
things like that. So
yeah, yeah.
kind of that's on my like, up there realm when it comes to mentoring and knowing different needs and focuses that our state is kind of like lacking in. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's one
All
of
right.
them. Yeah.
We've talked about a lot about the youth and how you pour back into the community. Who is Allie outside of this? So how do you turn it when you turn it off? What is that thing that you love to do? Are you gardening? Are you playing golf?
It's
What is the
golfing.
thing? Golfing?
It is golfing. I
Really?
love golfing.
Wow. I thought it was just we hanging out
Yeah,
because
no,
we having
no, no,
event
no.
type stuff.
That is I just enjoy it. Like it puts me outside. It puts me with other people usually. Like that is I really enjoy golfing. My kids like golfing, so now they're at the age where I'm like, yeah,
Wow.
let's go. Let's go play even the short course or something like that, which is like a par 3 course. So I enjoy golfing. Other than that, I love hanging out with my husband, doing fun things just in the community. So like we'll take our kids to different things. Like we have different festivals and community opportunities that we get involved with. But we are also just very like it's hard for me to kind of shut off work
Yeah.
mode. I am working. It blends so well. I work a lot, but that's just because I have so many different hats in the community as well. Like I'm also on different boards and organizations, and my husband runs his own law firm, and I help out with that as well. I get to adjunct at the university in town as like an instructor during the during like one class, every now and then. And so like when I do that, then it's like, oh, like that, then my hat goes over
Yep.
there. So like it's so many different things,
Staying
but
busy.
golfing is like the one thing that I think keeps me just like grounded and like,
Got
okay,
it.
yeah,
How
this is
how
just golf.
old are the kids?
They are 8 and then 6.
Oh, you busy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
all of their things that they have. Yes.
Ah, yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. You staying very, very busy.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, what is that one leadership advice that someone's giving you that you love to pass on?
I laugh because at the time I'm like, this is not great advice. But she told me, she's like, because I was stepping into the executive director position, and
Yeah.
I'm 37 now. I was what, 31-ish, somewhere around there, and I was like, I don't like, are you sure? Like, it's like, are you sure that I am like fully qualified for this job? And she had told me, she's like, you just gotta fake it till you make it. And I'm like, really? Really? That's how we run this? And but I think it was more so like, yes, fake it till you make it, but at the same time, it's like she's like, no, you just don't have the confidence that you have in yourself that I can see. Like you will be fine. Like
Mm,
once you get that confidence and you can tell yourself you have it, you are good. Now she didn't tell me that part, but I fake it till I make it. And it's like the realization that it's like, okay, no, I actually do know really
yeah.
well what I'm talking about. I actually have a good understanding of the research out there. I have a good knowledge base on nonprofit management and how to run an organization, how to communicate with volunteers and
Yep.
donors, and all the different little pieces that it's like, oh, participants, things like that, like different lifestyles. And so it's just the piece of like having that confidence within you, and however you find it, when you do, it clicks. And so you just have to get there though. So yeah.
When did you find it?
Oh gosh. Maybe I feel like I'm still okay. Maybe 2, 3 years ago.
She said, I may still be working on it
Yeah,
actually.
it's still, yeah, maybe 3 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
just, yeah,
the reason
when
I
you,
ask. Allie, is because we're in the same age. I'm
Yeah.
36, 37, and it looks like you've always been doing this, right? Like this is you. You don't turn it on, you don't turn it off. You just
No,
live it,
get what you get.
and yeah, whatever comes out today. And I think I've struggled the same, and realizing like, do I belong at this table? The imposter syndrome, the noise starts talking,
Mhm.
and realizing now, someone just kind of put it in perspective. Ephraim, so many people that are at the table have probably been at the table for a century. So think about it. These leaders are talking about what happened 25 years ago.
Yep.
You guys are the new leaders at the table. You have to own it. And when he
Yep.
said that to me, I was like, damn, you're right. Because while we still think we're young, you remember when we were those 10, 12 years old, we looked at
Yep.
our parents 34, like, oh my God, they're much so old, right? Like,
Mhm.
and while we're not old, we are definitely the next generation of leaders. And we
Oh,
are
yeah.
stepping up and we are loud and we don't take ish from nobody and we're going to figure it
Right?
out. And
Yeah.
so I commend you for sticking it out, because sometimes people take that opportunity and feel like there's no way, right? But you
Yeah.
now have been doing this for 6 years and you're seeing growth and you're a mom and you're a wife. And you know what I mean? Like you're playing a
That's
lot of roles that continues. So kudos to you for doing what you're doing. You are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I remember when I was young, and I can imagine this is you. I was like 20 years old running a store, and someone told me, he was like 50 years old. He says, Ephraim, I cannot work for you. Right. He says, I think you're a great leader. He says, I just cannot. He says, and one day you're going to find the team. And when you do, oh man, people better watch out. And I think,
Mhm.
Allie, looks like you're already building that team. So people better
Oh,
watch
yeah.
out. That organization of
I
that big
It's
mentoring
kind of
organization,
crazy.
that's you.
Yeah. It's like once you figure out people's strengths, it's like, I got something for you.
Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
love
It's
it.
one of the best parts about like a mentoring organization is like you get to focus on the strengths around you,
Yeah.
and it's yeah, so
And you're really
rewarding.
mentoring at the end of the day. You're still mentoring.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Um, what can people find more information if they wanted to just kind of look at what you guys are doing, be a mentor,
Yeah.
donate, any of that?
BCYmentoring.org is our website, and that is the best way to kind of find out all about everything. But I am me. I love a good conversation. So,
Let's go.
Allie at BCYmentoring.org is my email, and it's just ALI at BCYmentoring.org. Yeah, and I welcome emails as well because I feel like, you just gotta keep helping people around you, and you gotta keep empowering the people around you, not just kids, but adults too. So I'm always
Love it.
open to conversations. So yeah.
Well, Ali, I really do appreciate this conversation. Just like you, I always appreciate a good conversation as well, especially with another young leader just like yourself. We are doing the damn thing, so
We
never
are.
forget that. But if you
Fun.
guys want to, yeah, if you guys want to continue watching these great conversations, make sure that you guys do like, subscribe, and comment. But also check out Ali on their website, see what they're doing over there. Find her on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Find her on the
All
golf
socials.
course.
Yeah.
Find her in multiple places. I'm Efrain. This has been Ali. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.
Bye.